Hey guys, this is another music update. Zach Mitchell here, and I hope that you enjoy these videos that I make. I'm sure someone's watching out there, and if you are, please remember to like and leave a comment below. So anyway, this is the video of me showing you all of the CDs that I got in this month, June. So let's get started. I won't waste your time. The first one I got is a pretty interesting blues live album by B.B. King from 1971, I believe, and it's live at the Cook County Jail in Chicago, and it's really great. I've been really getting into the blues lately, especially some old-time blues, obviously. Stuff that influenced bands like Led Zeppelin and stuff like that. But this is really excellent. You should check this out. Another blues album that I got is another live one by someone that you may or may not be aware of, Muddy Waters. And it's live at Newport in 1960. And this is supposed to be considered to be one of the best blues albums of all time. And it certainly is really great. He does great versions of Got My Mojo Working and Hoochie Coochie Man. It's really great. Now, this album, I got this because it has Jimmy Page, John Bonham, Jeff Beck, and Keith Moon in the band. The singing is not so great, but I'm not really listening to the singing. I'm really more listening to the music. And it's a double album. It includes 2 albums in one CD. And the artist is Lord Sutch and Heavy Friends. And it's getting past the bad vocals. His voice isn't really that good, but getting past that, it's really damn good. He does some versions of Roll Over Beethoven, Great Good Golly Miss Molly, Great Balls of Fire, Tutti Frutti, Keep a Knockin', Long Tall Sally. It's really great, and the guitar playing is obviously phenomenal. The drums are phenomenal. It's a really good packaging here, so I would recommend this. Another one I got is another live album by Grand Funk Railroad. Now, I just got this yesterday, so I haven't listened to it. I haven't listened to all of it, but the 2 tracks that I have heard, Paranoid and Are You Ready, are really, really great. So I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of this as soon as I get some time. Gotta stop working so much. Yet another live album that I got is a band that my family have been huge fans of for as far back as I can remember, but I've never really gotten into them that much. But I have started to recently because the movie came out, and this is the soundtrack to that movie. It's Metallica, Through the Never. You know, growing up with my father, he was obviously a huge metalhead, and he would play Metallica all the time. And I never really got into it that much, but it's pretty good. And this is the live concert that the movie was showing. I got another live album to show you, and this is a very, very rare find. When it was first released on vinyl, Jimmy Page threatened to sue the record company that released it because he didn't want it to be released, so only a couple of the vinyls were released. And then when it was remastered on CD and released, again against Jimmy Page's wishes, only a couple of them were released before Jimmy Page found out about it and threatened to sue again, so it was pulled from the shelves. But I found it, and it is Live Yardbirds featuring Jimmy Page. And it is absolutely phenomenal. Keith Ralph, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. His vocals and his harmonica playing really stand out right here. Obviously, Jimmy Page's guitar playing is awesome. He does a really cool version of White Summer. I almost said White Mountainside. That's not right. White Summer. And the final 11-minute version of I'm a Man is breathtaking. It's great. If you can find a copy of this, buy it right away. It is phenomenal. I got another Yardbirds album. This is I think it's the only studio album with the Yardbirds that features Jimmy Page on guitar, and it's Little Games, and it's really, really great. My favorite track on it is Smile on Me. Next up, I got Jack White's new solo album that was released, I think it was this June. I can't really remember when it was released, but I just got it. It's Lazaretto, and it is amazing. I got it on vinyl, too, and the vinyl's really cool. The vinyl, I'm not going to go into explaining it, but it's really, really, the vinyl is really cool. Check out his Jack White's interview with Jimmy Fallon about the vinyl, and you'll find out all of its cool little surprises on the vinyl. But this album is phenomenal. The title track is great. There's amazing songs on it, like Three Women and Temporary Ground. It's really, really great. Some really great contemporary rock music. Jack White's an amazing artist. And on the same day that I got that, I got some of his old root music, Jack White's, and it's the White Stripes. I believe this is the first album. Never really got into the White Stripes again, but Jack, after hearing that, what a great album that was, I had to get this too to see if it's just as good. I haven't really listened to it all yet, but I will. Next up, an album that I've heard a lot in my life, and it is Bruce Springsteen's The Wild, the Wild, the Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle. It includes such brilliant tracks as 4th of July, Asbury Park, Kitty's Back, Rosalita Come Out Tonight, and the E Street Shuffle. It's a great album. An album that I'm sure all of you have, or at least have heard it before. It is Nirvana's In Utero, I think that's how you pronounce that. Never was a really big Nirvana fan, again. Just call me weird, but I never really got into them. But this is apparently one of the greatest albums ever made in the 90s, so had to get it. Next up, going back to another blues album that I got, and it's just a greatest hits kind of collection here from Blind Willie Johnson. I'm sure you probably never heard the name before, but you have definitely heard his music before. He was the one that first sang Nobody's Fault But Mine, that Led Zeppelin does, and the Blind Boys from Alabama and the Staple Singers and a whole bunch of other people. But this is who Led Zeppelin stole Nobody's Fault But Mine from, Blind Willie Johnson. He does a song called Dark Was the Night, which it was in the movie Public Enemies and in the movie Walk the Line. So yeah, a lot of great blues songs on this. A lot of really good old blues songs. Next, I got the brand new album from an artist that I just saw in concert a couple weeks ago, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. This is his new album, Going Home, which is his return to the blues, his original music that he did when he first started out. And it's got some really cool guest musicians that are on it, such as Joe Walsh, Ringo Starr, who else? Kim Wilson, the Rebirth Brass Band, and Warren Haynes. So it's got some really great songs on it. Really, really great. Check it out. Another live album that I got is The Who's Quadrophenia Live in London, which was recorded live 2012, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure 2012. I actually saw this tour in America in 2013 when they came to Columbus. Roger Daltrey's vocals sound just as good as they did back in the 70s. This is one of my all-time favorite albums, Quadrophenia. And just to hear it live, even today, it sounds phenomenal. So check this out. The DVD, too, I got that. I got a solo album from one of the Beach Boys, Dennis Wilson, and this is phenomenal. I love all the music. I don't think I've heard a bad song on this whole album. It's a really great album. It's called Pacific Ocean Blue by Dennis Wilson. Next up, I got another live album. Oh, looks like we're about to cut into the 10-minute marker here, so I'll be right back.